we cut down or stop duality in this realm when it's in the very nature of everything, including the fabricators being God, who created us in this existence, these vessels that we inhabit, even the very, possibly even the very spirits. I just said in the canon doctrines how God created so-called Lucifer, even knowing that he would betray him and be his antagonist. But yet he still created. Why? Because I feel like he even knew that there was still a part of him that no matter how much he tried, he could not create anything without the duality, without there being that presence of evil and good in it. So could it be that even all the angels, all the beings, the demons, whatever you want to call them, are always going to be good and evil? We call ourselves trying to break out of this entrapment, but how can we break out of something when we made from the same similar substances as the very creator? You can put on this propaganda that God is evil, we need to break away, or using the Gnostics talking about like Eve or the rams of light, the gods of light, the aeons, or any other being that you associate to just pure benevolence. Could it be that it's still propaganda and you still all come from the same similar energies? Because it's still energy. It's a duality system. I think it's just neutral. It's good and evil all at the same time. And trying to break free, where are you going to go? To somewhere else that's also evil and good? To nothingness? And soon later you're going to want to be recreated yourself, or create a new fabrication, a world that 9 out of 10 is going to have good and evil in it as well. I wanted so bad to just believe that breaking out of here, or just freeing the spirits was the good thing, was the best thing for humanity. But I just believing like everything is, it seems now that it is fabricated, that all information is a true and it's a lie at the same time, that it's all just like propaganda to sway you to continue to play the game on a particular side, while I'm dealing with taunts or having my hopes up, giving my hopes up too high, or just feel like, oh, I'm going to be given a chance, or I need to prove myself. I feel like that is still a game, and all these people that are playing there, all of them are just evil and good. Even it's hard to me to say this, like Christ is evil, even though he represents more of the good, that he's dared to stand against a system that yielded and wanted the oppression of the masses for profit and gains. But I have to realize that maybe he also gained from them, from the ones he was winning over. Because when you win over the hearts of others, they're likely going to want to give you things. And of course, the certain opposition or clergymen didn't like what he was standing for, because it jeopardized their profits, their gains. So eventually they had to off him. And they used some of his teachings out of respect, but mostly out of this, they wanted to use it to win the people back over, because they were starting to awaken or have a different perspective on their existence and reclaim some of their power. But it's still must employ a propaganda system to lure them away from what was already established. There was some benefits to that as well, but you're still not understanding the fact that even Christ had to realize that, yeah, we're all evil to some degree. We're all good too. Every bad person has done a good deed, just like every good person has done a bad deed. You want to try to achieve peace or good for everyone, but in reality, this world will always be governed by this duality system. Somebody's going to benefit off of the oppression of the masses. Is there really a way to make this world mostly good? Because the way it seems, like for every one good deed, like there seem to be numerous amount of the evil deeds or acts happening, small or big. And if we was to make this all good, would that be a disservice for the ones that actually want to do more bad or want to, what is considered evil? Because from their perspective, it's still good. So that line of what is good and what is evil, it's easily crossed, and it's based on the perspective or perception of that individual. So some people will always see God as evil, while some gonna see him as good no matter what happens in this existence. And it goes for Jesus as well. That's probably why some people just really hate him. They see him as evil. They see him as a subjugator. And some people see him as good. I'm gonna cut it short. I don't want to speak too long. I may just erase it.